TV10 Podcast.
It's episode 1.
Or, yeah, let's call it episode 1. Obviously, I was thinking of calling it episode 0001. Do you understand what that reference is?
I kind of do, but then again, I got into the IPA a little too quickly.
It's from 30 Rock, when they were trying to give Liz Lemon her own daytime talk show, a la Ellen or Bethany or something like that.
Right.
And they call it the Liz Lemon Project something, episode 0001, implying there were going to be thousands of these things, and they never got past the first episode.
So already you have as much hope for this podcast as we did for the initial podcast.
I just thought it was funny. That's all I thought. I just kind of thought it was funny.
TV10 Podcast. We're almost. Thank you. Keep on going. Come on. Let's keep hearing it. All right.
That's a smattering. That's a smattering of applause.
That's a smattering of applause. We need more applause here. Come on. Like you're watching table tennis here for the first time at the Laugh Olympics. Are we almost ready?
You're not going to be yelling the whole time, are you?
Kind of.
Okay.
All right.
This is going to be, in the immortal words of Jeb Bush, please clap.
Yes, in the immortal words of Jeb Bush, please clap. Clap hard. Clap long. Keep on clapping. Keep it up.
You're fine.
And are we ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, TV10 Podcast, episode 500. Started in October of 2013.
That's right.
And started from the bottom, and we've clawed our way to the middle. And we're doing it here live at the Black Sheep.
We're doing it live.
Bar and Grill.
Yep.
In Foothill Village.
That's right. Episode 0500 in the books here at Black Sheep Bar and Grill in Foothill Village at 1430 South Foothill Drive. And if you're in the Salt Lake City area. So for everybody that came out here for this, thank you. Give yourself a hand right there.
You're making them work far too hard for this.
We're working hard for this.
They just want to drink.
Well, so are we.
Yeah.
And thank God we've got our sponsors here. Are you
going to rattle them off?
Damn right I am.
Okay, rattle off them sponsors.
Well, for right now, if you want a tasty beer, go for Bohemian Pilsner. They're on tap here. And, of course, if you feel like you need something a little harder, we got Sugar House Vodka. We also got the Porter's Fire and the Porter Peach available, as well as your favorite, Outlaws Bourbon. So I'm not saying that we need some extra drinks. I'm tugging at my ear, Ted. You can't tell with the headphones. I'm just saying if we need some extra drinks, that'll be on our way shortly here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So.
I picked the right week to buy a new board, so it's like I'm sure I know how it works.
Well, we don't
take it out in the wild. Take it for a spin.
We don't have our producer on hand here. Actually, our last producer is on the Fury Road, which is called Point of the Mountain. And yeah, you get to see the genius, or they're just looking over us at the table tennis on the Laugh Olympics here. So.
Yeah, the Olympics are going strong, apparently. And, wanted to point out a couple of shows that debuted the year we debuted in 2013. Shows that some of them we've outlasted, some of them we have not.
Wow.
One of them, of course, the big one is Rick and Morty.
Whoa.
Debuted in 2013.
Okay.
And, that's about... No, there's some other good ones here and there. Inside Amy Schumer. Remember that one? It's no longer gone. Yeah. Legit, Jim Jeffries, also 2013. And, Drunk History. These are some...
We outlasted Drunk History?
Yeah.
With our genius juice
going
through?
With Drunk Present, yes.
So what we're saying is that Comedy Central, if you need a show to highlight more drunkenness, we're only available for the low price of $1 million per person.
Yeah.
All right.
Another one, Mr. Pickles.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr.
We
Pickles.
outlasted that?
We outlasted Mr. Pickles.
God damn
Some
it.
way, somehow, yeah.
All right.
And also, oh, man. Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. We outlasted Anthony Bourdain.
Whoa.
We did that.
Too soon,
Too soon, man.
Too soon.
Okay, fine.
All right.
And let me get one more from 2013 here.
All right. What do we got?
Most of these I don't even remember at all.
Which one?
And I probably reviewed all of them, and I don't remember any of these.
Like what in particular?
What the hell was Star Trek Continues? Rebecca.
You mean we should have somebody come up to the microphone? A little guest sponsor here? Who is this voice in front of us here?
Live long and get fucked or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever they say on that show.
Yeah, there's apparently there was a show. Rebecca is one of the panel members of Geekshow Podcast, and also you do the Space Show.
Yes, my Star Trek podcast, all about Star Trek.
All about Star Trek. And so what the hell was Star Trek Continues from 2013?
Listen, I'm going in chronological
So you haven't
order.
gotten there yet?
So I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
And I'm actually embarrassed. I don't even, I have a general idea of like all the other shows, but I have no idea what that one is.
It only lasted 11 episodes.
I mean, in the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah. No, it did not last long, so that's fine. But
it was a web series?
Oh, maybe
that's why you...
An American fan-made web series. What are you... What kind of horse and pony show you guys are running over here?
That's from IMDb.
Have you not listened to this podcast?
Well, when you said people be loud if you listen to the podcast, I was like, oh, I better be quiet.
Yeah. It's on IMDb, so I thought it was legit. But
well, because
not.
You have people like Vic Mignogna, Chris Duan, Grant Imahara. Let's see, who else?
Just lots of people.
A lot of people.
Should know. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Marina Sirtis does a voice of a computer, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So not nobody.
Which brings up the question here, Miss Frost, as our first guest on this 500 episode.
Congrats.
Thank you. Also, what the fuck are you watching now?
Oh gosh, well, Star Trek.
Okay.
I just started Veep, and I'm about.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through the 4th season of Veep. She got mean.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Got mean?
Well, she kind of started mean, and then.
Yeah, but like she was like a fun mean in season 1.
Oh, okay.
And then into season 2, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better after that. I'm gonna tell you right now. Spoilers.
I just finished Dark Matter because I read the book and I really liked the book, so wanted to watch the TV show, which was awesome.
So this guy travels between different realities where...
Multiverses,
yeah, that's what we call them now.
And if you know anything about me, I'm fucking tired of multiverses.
I think we all are. So the guy, I can't remember his name, but
Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, okay.
Uncle Owen.
In one reality, he's married to Jennifer Connelly. In another reality, he's married to Alicia Braga. So he did pretty well. Well, she's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He did pretty well in both realities.
The bummer thing about Dark Matter, both the book and the TV show, is Jennifer Connelly is the MacGuffin.
Okay.
And again, the year of our Lord 2024. Let's move on from women being the thing we're after.
Yeah, we're kind of past that point here.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons. How much time do we have? Oh, not that much. No.
I did, however, in a weekend binge watched Palm Royale.
Okay, that's your aesthetic, right?
That's
your jam.
I wish I do hate it when people are like, I told you to watch this. Why didn't you watch that?
I do that all the time.
But I wish people were a little bit more aggressive about it with Palm Royale because just Rebecca Catnip.
You know, I was going to tell you about it, then I was like, nah, she didn't want to hear from me about that.
I hate being told what to do. So
yeah. I know better than to do that with you. So
yeah, Palm Royale, mwah, chef's kiss. I've never Googled anything so fast when that show ended to find out if it got a second season.
It did.
Yeah.
So we're good on that front right there. We don't need Netflix money for that.
Do we think, Ricky? Well, because here's the thing, Apple Plus TV, Apple whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know if you read the thing about how they were like losing so much money, but they keep putting out every show and movie that they put out has been really good.
Yes.
But they spend $0 on marketing.
Yeah.
And if they would just market their stuff.
But there's a reason for that. It's Apple. So that's...
it's Apple. You don't have to advertise. Everybody just knows it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, just like...
just ask an Apple user.
Yeah.
Is there one among us?
We would know it. It's like if you use an Apple product or if you do CrossFit, you're going to hear about it.
Vegans.
Yeah, yeah. Or as our Lord and Savior Taylor Swift would say, "It's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
Yikes.
It's me." So, yeah.
Nicely done. We're going to have to pay for that now.
She's gonna release a new album just to make sure that nobody hears the podcast. Because I don't know if you know. Are you guys aware if this is what Taylor Swift does?
Yeah.
Because she's not a girl's girl.
Oh well, I'm just making sure that I'm on the good side of the Swifties here. So yeah, I'm just like I'm trying to get in good graces with everybody here for our live event here. Thank you. Like train seals. Anyway,
because there are actual customers here, there are actually more people than usually come to our things.
Yeah. Which I'm totally fine with.
There are customers out there wondering what the hell is going on.
Usually come to your things. What other live shows are you doing?
Oh, we've done it before. We did one at Broovies where it was
news to me.
It was me and Tommy and one other person, and we were watching. And maybe a couple of other people. We were watching, and we did the podcast, and we did a screening of South Park, the movie.
Oh, I remember.
And
then we did
Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Oh, I've been rewatching South Park too, which is
that's a lot.
It's a lot of fun now that I'm an adult.
That's right. I let you watch it when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, but now I have the advantage of time and perspective on my side, and the show is really timeless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like watching the episodes from the first Obama election.
Yeah.
Just how it's all the same and nothing ever changes. Tommy left, so he asked us to fill.
Oh, okay. I wonder what he's got going on. He might know people here. That's weird. Yeah.
Weird.
So on the Space Show, what season are you up to now?
So we're on season 5 of The Next Generation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's good. I quite enjoy it.
And speaking of people that were there for our last live episode.
Hi!
Hey! Look at that. It's Melissa Merlot over here.
Hello.
Yes, and she's joined by Mr. Merlot. Hi, Mr. Merlot. This is our first time meeting Mr. Merlot in the wild, as it were.
Proof of life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I demand proof of life. Yes.
This is how you know that this is a live episode. We're actually seeing people for the first time in a long time. Yeah. So.
Happy 500.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah, and we're getting more people joining us here.
Yes.
In fact, I see our good friend Dr. White over there. Hey, Dr. White.
Here. And he's wearing a TV Tan shirt.
Oh, you mean the shirts that we have for sale over here?
Your
for the low price of $10 for anybody that wants to buy one?
Those are blowout prices right there, yeah.
Exactly. So.
And Melissa.
Yes.
Watching anything good? I did want to ask you about a show that I've completely blanked on now.
Oh.
But I know there's one coming up called The Real Lives of Mormon Wives or something like that.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be the secret
lives of Mormon wives.
Wives.
Yeah.
And
you can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see where they're going to go with it. Like how
Do we
many
know like
secrets
which wives?
we'll know.
Do we know like which family?
I don't know yet. I doubt there are any high ups in the Mormon. I
Nobody
hope
you know.
they are. That would be exciting.
Maybe your neighbors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. The polygamists burned my house down.
What?
Yeah.
They did?
I'll tell you.
That's the name of her new Lifetime movie.
Oh my god, that actually should be a Lifetime movie. I think you need to write that. I'm already intrigued.
But yeah, there was give me something. I know you're watching these reality shows all the time, so we don't have to.
I watched a whole lot of reality lately.
You watch more than
Manor
me.
2, I missed out.
Okay, that's the one. That's the one I wanted to ask you about.
It did have a woman from Utah.
Barbie.
Barbie Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's this?
I know Barbie.
Milf Manor?
We've talked about this.
Barbie.
MILF Manor.
She used to do
season
okay,
2.
okay.
She used to do a show on KRCL on Tuesday nights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, for
She's
years
from
she did a
Utah.
show on the KRCL. Yeah.
That's all
I have a
knew.
friend who used to also do a show at KRCL, and he was like, my friend Barbie's going to be on the show.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's always very exciting. Yeah. So please go watch MILF Manor, and I want your take on it because
it's the
Fathers
dad.
and sons
Yes.
banging ladies together.
That's the surprise in the manor. Is you think it's just the sons, and then the dads come out.
And
Yeah.
I quote John Oliver when I say, "You lapped this up when it was House of the Dragon. You couldn't get enough of that shit.
Yes.
Now you're going to see this in real life. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?"
Whoa, it's like he's here.
and now this.
What we've really been excited about, though, is rewatching the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Romulus.
Okay.
Oh, getting ready for the Romulus one. Yeah.
Bede Alvarez.
Yes.
Oh man. So between you and Mr. Merlot, if you want to scoot in on the mic,
we can share.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which of the Alien films is your favorite? And please let it not be Alien 3. No pressure.
We were watching a lot of the making of Alien 3.
Oh wow.
God.
Okay.
It's a disaster.
Well, I would say my favorite Alien movie is the first one.
Yes.
Because of
Classic.
how well directed
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Classic.
Have you two done the deep dive into the director's cut or anything like that?
No, I don't like the director's cut that much. I like the original theatrical version.
Okay.
We just watched a making of it today, though. That was very interesting.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So then what are your thoughts on Zack Snyder?
How much time do we have? Can we do Joe Rogan?
See, I
level?
watched both of the Rebel Moon's original cuts, and I saw, now there's longer versions. Like, no.
Which defeats the... Okay, allow me to get up on my soapbox really quick.
Please do.
Oh, please.
The whole purpose of... So, director's cuts. We know director's cuts, right? They're made when you make a movie with the studio, and the studio is like, hey, maybe trim some of this so that we can release it. And then they release it, and then later the director releases a director's cut saying, here's what I couldn't release theatrically because of budget or whatever. And so Netflix gave Zack Snyder a blank check and said, hey, do whatever you want. We know you have an army of bots that will torch us to the ground if you don't do 2 movies and then a director's cut.
Yeah.
When you could skip the 2 movies altogether the first time and just release the director's cut. Just make a good movie the first time.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah,
That was the problem. Exactly.
Or the second time.
Exactly.
It reminds me of that scene with Mel Brooks talking to Martin Short about having Matthew Broderick kind of direct how his character should be. You allowed him to do that? You schmuck? You know better than that. You don't know. Yeah, that's how I feel about Zack Snyder at the moment. So, God.
And so you're on getting back to the Space show.
Yeah.
Because, and you go by episode,
So,
season by season, right?
Not episode by episode. We do about 5 episodes
Okay.
per podcast episode. So we
Okay.
spend like maybe 10 to 15 minutes talking about an episode, and then we move on to the next
Right.
one. Yeah.
All right. So where are you at this point now?
So we're about halfway through season 5 of Next Gen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the better parts of Next Generation.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, from season 3 onward, they found their voice, they found their rhythm.
Like, it would still be cool if they could figure out what to do with Deanna and Dr. Crusher.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't know, maybe another episode where Deanna gets mind raped. I don't know.
Couple of things. It was the 90s, and number 2, they found something better to do down the road.
I sure hope
Spoilers.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Dr. White, you're busy at the moment, but I want to hear from Dr. White when he
You can take
Oh,
my spot.
you can
ordered
take
the shrimp cocktail. It's fabulous.
Or have some of my shrimp cocktail. I'm just saying. So anyway, we're not trying to scoop people out of the way here, Merlot. Oh, it's all a rotation. Yeah. So yeah, get your drink going and then come on back here in a sec. So.
Because it's kind of difficult to get people to come to my basement.
Yeah,
but
that is true.
Yeah. It's like, hey, come on over to my basement.
Yeah,
That's where podcasts live.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Dr. White knows this better.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of which, it's been a while since we talked to you, Dr. White. How you been?
Hanging in there. How are y'all?
Oh, I'm doing great. And do I dare ask about what's going on in academia, or?
Well, I'll first have to say I work for a large public institution in the Rocky Mountain region is about all I can say. And
It's the government.
and anything I say does not represent them or...
You're my best friend, and I understand. I'm going to leave it at that. So no problems there.
This
So
guy who
it-
runs the bar?
It's DeVry.
No.
It's Western Governors.
No.
We wish we could be Western Governors.
Hey, I'm just saying
Have you
right
seen their
now,
mascot, the owl? I mean, that's so cool.
y'all, DeVry can't even afford our rates.
Yeah.
It's University of Phoenix. Now that we got that out of the way. So.
Yeah. So what are you up to? What are you watching? You're probably behind on everything.
Yeah,
Because
as
you have a
usual.
life and you do things.
Well,
So
I came here to watch, table tennis, and
it's on somewhere.
this, I didn't know y'all were doing
You missed
this.
badminton here. Everyone was flocking to the cock for the shuttlecock. We tried, to get...
When do you guys think they're going to add pickleball?
Well, I was just telling everybody before we started recording that next weekend is the introduction of breakdancing into the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Well,
And nobody believed me.
I'm guessing pickleball will be. I'm wondering if the LA games they'll push it because
Right.
that's the next
Yeah.
ones, and then it'll be the 2032 games.
Yeah.
They'll have pickleball.
Gotta.
Yeah.
Fastest growing sport.
I'm against young people getting into pickleball because it was invented for old people, so they
And,
don't break anything.
And this is a good time for me to announce I will be making my professional debut as a pickleball champion.
As a champion, you're just going to go right in as a champion.
Damn right,
Okay.
because there's actually a channel dedicated to the sports of pickle. It's not sport like sport of professional wrestling. It's
Right.
sports.
Okay.
So
All right.
you hear the inflection? Sports.
Got it. Right.
I admit I wish I had not discovered on Peacock the Gold Zone.
Oh yeah.
I mean, oh my God, that's just.
All-
There should be a warning label for that because I just sit there going, what? Oh.
That is what's going to make me just go all in with liquor, and my liver will finally give up at that point. So you're a better person than me, so I salute you.
Well, I have been watching. I'm on now episode 3 of season 4 of The Boys.
Oh,
yeah.
I binged The Boys and Gen V
Yes.
over
Okay.
a 2-week span.
Are you okay?
yeah, that's a fair question.
Yeah, no, there was a couple of the episodes I was just like, okay. And it's not the gore or that. It really was the kind of the real world because there was one of them, and I think I can't remember now if it's season 2 or early season 3 where they actually had the line where shit's going down and they had the line, call Haberman. And I'm like, wait, that's like Maggie Haberman. That's before shit show trial that happened in New York.
Yeah.
This was, and then this season they've already done. It was a couple of things they've already said, and I'm just like,
we
okay,
got
this-
Jewish space lasers.
Yeah.
We got adrenochrome.
It's all lines that are
Yes.
literally just taken directly from Marjorie
yeah.
Taylor Greene's mouth.
Yeah, and we've talked about this
Yeah.
before. They pretty much said, yeah, we're just lifting this from the headlines at this point. We don't give a fuck anymore.
For me, the gore, I can totally handle the gore. It's anytime breast milk is introduced, I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, and before you go on, Rebecca, my friend Greg over there, the owner of the Black Sheep Bar and Grill, is going, what the fuck? This is, what are you?
This is the
Yeah,
show.
these are
Sorry.
shows, man.
Yeah.
He just said, I've been listening to you talk for 30 plus years. And so, yeah, nothing I say is going to shock him. Something out of your mouth.
Yeah, now see what scares me about the show now, because getting into it was, okay, the Nazi whatever. Oh yeah, whatever. sister, Sage, I'm sitting there going, yeah, this is the next stage of all this.
Yep.
This is what they're predicting is going to happen in a few years.
So-
and it's
So she's
scary.
Steve Bannon?
This
No. Worse. This is when Ye
Stephen Miller?
finally takes his meds. That's what I'm predicting at this point.
So what are your thoughts on Gen V? Because I love Gen V.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
And actually, part of what I liked, and it's kind of given my job, I really see some of this stuff on
Sure.
large university campuses and
Crazy.
college campuses, where it is that kind of that angst of the existential, where am I, why am I here, what am I doing, tied into, I mean, they fluff it up, but I mean,
Phrasing?
but I mean, it really is just kind of this search for things, and it's like, oh, what is my purpose? Oh, this can be my purpose.
Yeah.
Which is going back again
Yeah.
to something. What was it, Firecracker, or one of them?
Yeah, Firecracker.
Says just straight out, it's like, what do you do?
Giving these men purpose.
I give them purpose.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but I love Firecracker. I hate myself
do
for
you
it.
think, spoiler alert, do we think, because she's sick in the last episode. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Spoiler alert. But she's sick in the last episode. Do you think they're introducing a soup COVID?
Maybe.
Well, they've been alluding to it from Gen V on to this episode. I wouldn't surprise me. I thought they were going to segue in more of Gen V into this last season of The Boys.
I thought they did a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a smidge of Gen V.
Also, R.I.P. Chance Perdomo.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah. How they replace him going forward, I'm curious.
Yeah, they said they're not going to recast him.
They said that?
Mhm.
Ah, shit. Well, then, there we go.
So he went back to his home planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Poochie the dog.
And Kang, yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking with somebody about superhero shows and how they love them, and asked them, have they ever seen Guardians of Justice on Netflix?
Oh, God.
Which is an insane superhero show that uses
Is that the one?
it uses
with-
all different types of animation and live action styles all in the same show.
Oh, and don't forget Diamond Dallas Page.
And Diamond Dallas Page from
Yeah.
the pro wrestling.
We're not joking, man. So we've talked about this.
It's still on Netflix. They never
I just
did a
took
second
sip of
season.
this. What's in this again?
I'm just saying it ain't the genius juice. This is us being for real here.
All right, what did you get? Don't know.
Just shot of
Just drink it?
rum.
Can I just have a glass of a clear something?
Can,
Oh,
I,
that's-
can I have an alcohol, please?
Well, number one, he's dealing with us. Number two, that must have been Sugar House vodka right there. So
Oh, good.
I can smell the
Good
vapors.
save. Good save.
Yes, one of our fine sponsors of the TV Tam podcast.
See, that's another thing that scares the shit out of me with the boys. Is how commercialized.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, it fits again. It kinda-
Yeah.
Everything's VOT.
Yeah.
Oh, is that our title
They're-
here? Everything's VOT?
They got the TV channel VOT Plus. That's a streaming service. They got VOT Kids, and they've got VOT everything.
It makes sense.
And but there's got to be something something you can surprise me with that you're watching. What would surprise me that you're watching?
Well, I mean, y'all have heard me say, Mrs. Science teacher's out of town, so I cannot do it right now. I love Jeopardy.
Okay.
I love watching Jeopardy.
Hell yeah.
It's just so much fun.
And we have transitioned to a new host, haven't we? Is Seacrest started yet? Or did they tape
Oh,
enough?
That's Wheel of
that's Wheel of
Fortune.
Whatever. Okay.
No, this is
You're talking
Jeopardy
Ken Jennings.
is for the
Ken-
intellectuals.
Okay,
is Ken
boomer.
Jennings.
All right.
Did you hear her just talk you down?
I don't know how real this is. I saw a screen grab of it was 3 male contestants and they had one column of questions left and it was all women's history.
Of course.
I can believe it.
That's probably
Oh, no,
real.
I can believe
Probably real.
It's hilarious when we're watching Mrs. Science teach. When science comes up, she's like, "Ooh," and then she sits there and watches them skip around it, and she goes, "No one wants to pick
Do
science."
it, you cowards.
It's simple. Science is easy. Come on. Yeah.
So I got my Wheel of Fortune and my Jeopardy mixed up.
Vanna wants to leave. She and Seacrest do not get along.
Oh, I can believe it.
Wow.
Shocking nobody.
I just loving the spilling of the tea on game shows at this point.
Let's see, what else? What else?
Well, you don't know customer service hell until you get your mother-in-law on the phone asking how do I get the Jeopardy on the streaming thing?
Oh, did she ask you that?
Oh yeah, because she's trying to cut the cable, cut the cord, and all that. Said, so how do I get all these shows? I go, well, you're still gonna have to get a service. It's a TV service. It's just gonna be the same as cable, just a little cheaper. She's like, well, I don't want to pay for it. Well, you're not gonna get all this stuff.
Well, yeah.
You can get some of the stuff with an antenna, you'll be fine. But it's just trying to talk her through it, everything.
I bet.
And then she wanted to watch that Jesus show.
Oh God.
The Chosen.
The
Yeah.
Chosen.
Yeah.
Oy.
She wanted to watch the Jesus show. I'm going, I no idea. Then she found this on her own. She found there's a whole app dedicated to it.
A whole app for Jesus? Yeah.
For the Jesus show, yeah.
Sure.
It's
I
all
know what's
about
shocking.
Jesus.
I watch KSL Channel 5 News now.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry.
What?
Okay.
going on over there?
But, now, is this for educational purposes,
No,
or
it's I want for local news because
The guy wants to have his finger on the pulse.
A certain channel.
Phrasing?
I just.
Are you talking about KUTV?
Hey, you said it, not me.
In
All right.
I'm not
Sinclair?
agreeing or anything.
What's wrong with KUTV?
It's
I'm
owned
not
by
saying anything.
it's owned by
I'm just
Sinclair,
saying.
the real life
Oh,
VOD.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The
The-
John Oliver taping that I went to was all about Sinclair.
Yes.
oh,
Yeah. Channel 2 is one of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. No, 'cause there's
I
a
see
number
your
of
plight.
times- there's a number of times when it's hilarious to watch when people will post when they've done the bots of basically Sinclair anchors just
The talking
spewing
points.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time they do that, I go, okay, at what point? Well, oh, there's Mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh.
Because most of the anchors look the same.
Yeah. At some point, Channel 2 will show up.
Now I'm not saying that this should be used in a curriculum for a certain class thing. I'm just saying you should listen to TV10 Podcast a little harder to be that smarter.
For this guy?
You could do your classes much like back in my day, and I'm sure they still do it. They roll in the big TV on the cart, and you're watching Stand By Me today or whatever.
For me, it was October Sky.
Really? Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you could just roll in like a boombox or something and just play TV10 to your class and just kick back.
Oh.
So much learning would be happening.
I have done similar things like that. I really shocked a bunch of people a few years ago in the intergroup class when I said, okay, what we're going to do for the next couple of classes for the first 10 minutes, I am going to show 10 minutes of the initial trilogy of Star Wars.
Okay.
And then did 10 minutes of the prequels.
Okay.
And about 2 minutes into episode 1, I sit there and said, no.
Rebel.
I can't.
Hey, prequel apologist here.
Well, no. And the thing is because like I told them when I went to see that episode, episode 1, I watched it and had to go see it again because I was so bothered in the first 15 minutes of the first one of that. Now I start a lot of my classes now. The intergroup class, I start with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, the old Rankin and Bass.
Yeah, or not even the show, just the song.
Oh dear.
The Gene Autry song, and then I asked them how many people like this song, and and then I just destroy that song. It's horrible.
Wasn't there something recently that you were going to add to your curriculum?
Oh well, on another podcast, while watching another podcast, I mentioned, and thank you for I have not started reading it yet, but I'm going to start reading Challenger.
Yeah.
Is this a book?
Yeah. So it's a book. It's a book called Challenger. I can't remember the tagline, but it's about the lead up to the Challenger disaster in 1986.
Oh, okay.
And it covers kind of the history of NASA from the early 60s up through the 80s and the details that goes into what went wrong and the parts that like all contributed. I learned all about thiokol. I had no idea that was like a Utah thing.
Oh yeah.
But then you also get a minute by minute like description of like what happened, and then you also get a bit of a background of everyone who was on the shuttle. So like the whole section about Krista McCullough the whole time. I'm like,
Yeah.
You felt all the feels.
Yeah, just like knowing what happened, and then after that it talks about the recovery efforts too, and just it's so good. I cannot wait for you to read it.
No, I talk about the concept of groupthink, which is a big part of that.
Because there's a whole meeting the evening before they're supposed to launch about how like the people from thiokol are like, we do not advise that you launch, and then the men at the base were like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and they had to sign off like one by one, and then it came down to one guy, and everyone was like, well, are you gonna be the one that says no? And yeah, it's so fascinating.
That's like that scene from Fallout with everybody in the room going, we gotta sell these vaults to people.
Yep.
So that's kind of what I'm hearing, and that's what's playing in my head here. It's like, I mean, you could just substitute that, and yeah, it's the same scene right there. So,
see, I've wondered. There's so many shows I'll glance at, and I've wondered. That's going on in TV executive boardrooms. Like, oh well, we've got this person, we've signed them. We need to put them into something. How about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like
men's. What was it? Men's standing. What was the
Last Man Standing?
Last Man Standing. Yeah.
Jim Allen.
Yeah.
That show ran for several seasons.
Exactly.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah, and somewhere in Hollywood, the same TV executives are going, what's this thing about TV 10 podcasts? Are they like the next Joe Rogan? Oh wait, it's
many people.
Have you guys watched Joe Rogan's Netflix special?
I saw a couple clips. I go, this is supposed to be a comedy special.
It's all about stuff you hated 3 years ago.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Mostly the shirt he's wearing makes him look like just a giant slice of American cheese.
He's a minion. He just looks like a
He does.
minion.
Yes, he does.
He's a flesh-colored minion. Okay. Also,
No.
you.
I did see that a friend of the program, Alex Jones, tweeted out a clip from it where Joe Rogan is talking about Alex Jones was right about everything. And so Alex Jones thinks this being a part of a comedy special legitimizes him somehow.
Isn't that a sign of the apocalypse? Alex Jones, Joe Rogan.
A minion rides in on a white horse.
Yes.
No, that was Hulk Hogan at the Republican National Convention. So,
whatever they say.
Yes.
That was. And lo, I saw an orange horse as he went over the hilltop and said, "What you gonna do?" Yeah, that was the same reaction I had, and that's where I said Bobby Heenan was right.
They just gave Tim Allen another show. It's coming up this fall, teaming him with Kat Dennings, and I predict this show lasts 6 episodes.
And lo, I saw upon the hilltop.
They are not going to get along.
Yeah, do you think Tim Allen likes to party like Andrew WK does?
Party hard. Yeah.
Party hard all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard he's an asshole to work with because
Tim Allen?
Yeah, you talk to
Shocker.
All of his previous
I thought you meant
all of his
Andrew WK.
his previous co-stars, mostly women, that said, "Yeah, fuck this guy." And so he's Kat Dennings. I don't think she's going to put up with him for very long.
No.
Just give us another season of Two Broke Girls. That's all I want.
Were they still broke at the end?
No, I think they finally started making some money.
No.
Broke-ish. They lived in New York.
Two girls turning a profit.
New York's kind of expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Kind of?
Very.
Thank you. There ain't no kind of when it comes to New York. It either is or it ain't.
It's no San Francisco.
I wanted to get hey Robin.
Yeah.
Come over here.
No,
we're not kicking you out.
Yeah, we're kicking somebody out.
But we really are.
Somebody's getting kicked out of the chair.
Right there. No. You see where the microphone is? That's how the podcast works.
Is this seriously how this works with the band? Or?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I not get headphones?
Nope.
It wasn't in the budget. You're fine.
Wait,
Are we live right now?
Is there
We
a
are
bar
live.
budget though?
Oh, nice hat.
Bill.
Montucky cold snacks.
Oh,
Nice.
Our friend King Goods was the mascot.
The spokesmodel. We
Oh,
know
yeah.
him.
Happy 500th episode, Bill.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now,
Yes.
Robin is a singer of Magda-Vega. Peter over here is the #1 fan of Magda-Vega.
Yeah.
So you're both here at the same time. And in addition to being a rock and roll singer, Robin is now burgeoning into a career of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And mostly what I've heard are dirty stories with no punchlines.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're super funny.
Okay.
We
That's the
all
premise.
keep laughing, and so she keeps telling the jokes.
Right.
All right. So,
So-
we're gonna find. We know some people here. I think they're still here who probably know of the worst open mics in town that you could go crash.
Yeah, because I want the bar to be low so I can just slay it.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Hey, Merlot, we need your expertise here for a sec. So,
The fuck is Merlot?
that would be Melissa Merlot,
Oh,
our
that's- okay.
reality correspondent.
Melissa Merlot was an actual stand-up comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Not yet.
You get on the stage and you tell jokes. You're a
I do.
stand-up comic.
Robin wants to know where the worst open mics are.
So I have a way low bar so I can go in and be like, this'll be easy.
I'm definitely not going to say that on air.
Why?
Please.
Oh my God.
Oh, is this an off the air?
They're not recording.
You're
Okay.
What a pussy.
You're assuming someone's listening.
Definitely.
There's only 12 listeners, and
You
9
have
of us are here.
tons of listeners. What are you talking about? This is the
Is that close
500th
enough for you?
episode.
We have tons of listeners because they're large.
Yeah. Look at the people that are here for our live event here. Like trained
Full
seals.
house. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
Well, I'm
So
sure they're.
Peter
they're
and I were just against the wall over there wondering when we got to talk about dicks.
Yeah. Well, tell us one of your bits.
Oh, really?
You have a bit of
Yeah.
I have to. Oh, God, I got a few.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
So-
shortest one?
The first time
Shortest
I saw
dick
my
or the
dad's
shortest
dick.
bit?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Dick
Did you
bit.
say?
Yeah.
Oh.
The first time I saw my dad's dick.
Okay.
He's my stepdad. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
That makes it better.
The
So-
first time I saw my stepdad's dick is another Lifetime movie.
So I'm 8 years
I've been to
old,
this website.
sitting on the couch watching cartoons. I think it was Garfield. And my little sister is sitting next to me. She's 5. My little brother's next to me. He's like 1 in his diaper. We're sitting there in our underwear watching cartoons. Parents haven't got up yet. Dad comes out of the bedroom. He's in his robe. And he sits down right between me and my sister. And he kind of scooches in. And we're watching Garfield. And I guess something was funny to him. And he started laughing. His dick popped out of his robe. And he looks down and he kind of laughs and tries to stuff it back in. I look at my little sister. She starts crying immediately. I'm looking down. My little brother thinks it's a toy. He grabs it.
Oh my
He's
God.
trying to put it in his mouth. As he's doing this, it's draped across my 8-year-old leg. My mom comes out. David, let go of your dad's dick. Everybody come in for breakfast. So that was the first time.
Okay.
But it was like a superhero. It was like veiny and muscly and it had a cape, like ready to go.
All right.
Sounds like a proper dick.
Yeah. So everyone since then I've had to compare to it.
Okay. Fair.
Sorry,
All right.
everybody at this table.
Okay, that's
Well, Merlot is the judge here at this point. So.
Did I just steal your thunder? How are your dick jokes? You told me you had some, Peter.
I don't have dick jokes. I just wanted to let the show know that my favorite episode is episode 421.
Oh, really?
I Heart
What
Dicks.
happened? Oh, yeah.
That's right. That was a great show.
That episode barely involved me or Tommy. Is that why?
No. Well, I mean,
So what you're saying is you
nice
hard
for a
dick.
change.
So I think I remember that at the end I had put my phone number out over the air
I
and
remember
said,
that.
send me your dick pics.
Yeah.
And Bill and our friend Eve were like, no, Robin, don't do it. And I was like, I'm doing it. So I did it, and I got one dick pic, and it was from Peter, and it was Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
And
I
at about
cannot
every
believe
2 or
that
3
I didn't
months
get,
since
like,
then, I send her a
700 dick
random
pics.
celebrity.
Melissa,
Nice.
seriously.
Dick Nixon.
Guys want to send you their dick pics,
I can't
like
remember all the
without
dicks.
even knowing their
Too many
name.
dicks.
How did I not get flooded?
I think they probably thought it was a trap.
A
Yeah, they-
catfish.
They're probably laughing so hard they laughed their dicks off.
There you go.
Yeah, they probably thought it was How to Catch a Predator, and I could see that being the case here. Cause
that could work, yeah.
Yeah, we're like the mod squad in a way, just with the podcast. The Pod Mod Squad. So
Pod Squad.
And what was the guy to catch a predator? The TV show.
Oh,
Chris,
fuck me.
whatever. Chris Hansen. Yeah.
Thank you.
For years on MSNBC, on Thanksgiving Day, they would do To Catch a Predator marathon all day long. And I would just
I get so addicted to it.
I'll watch the whole thing.
The dick again.
My favorite one is when the guy shows up naked.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then he acts like he's sleepwalking.
Why did you bring vodka and Skittles? Why? What's up with that?
Where am I? That's a good cover.
Yeah.
I can't believe they let us watch that.
Yeah.
So mostly I'm just bringing the two of you here together for the first time because Merlot and I, Merlot has done stand-up longer than I have, so she knows funny. And Robin, you want to be a true stand-up? This is the person you want to talk to. So.
Well, I've already wrote my own Netflix special already called Way Too Far.
Oh my god, overachiever.
They don't know it yet, but it's
just debuting on Netflix. Just go straight there.
You know what? You'll probably get one soon.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Netflix.
Well, Nikki Glazer stole my thunder. She talked all about the gangbangs and the dicks. I was like, shit. I just wrote all that stuff. Now I have to rewrite a bunch of stuff.
Well, I think the way you should do this is you start at Netflix and then go down from there. So you end up at the worst.
Prime.
No, you end up at the worst.
Exactly.
You know, the comedy specials on Prime are like the ones that didn't make it on Netflix.
The one you eventually make it down to the worst open mic in Salt Lake.
No, I feel like that's the jam. Melissa?
Yeah, you're going to work your way down.
You don't have to tell us because you're not going to, but you take me on the DL. We're just going to ambush the worst one, and you and I will show up.
Yeah.
And we will just slay because they won't be funny.
That's true.
Robin, I can probably get you into an open mic in Provo.
Oh, hey. There you go.
They love dick jokes in Provo.
Actually, they do. I was surprised how well Provo was receiving dick jokes.
We could go into that.
Yeah.
They were begging.
All right.
But they do have fun shows in Provo. I was terrified the first time I ever did a comedy
Pray
show
and be
in Utah
sweet.
County. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Keep sweet and obey. They're okay with straying away from that, as we're going to see in the new reality show coming up with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like,
Yeah.
And it all circles back.
And we're all going to watch it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Twice.
So, Robin watches The Boys.
I do.
Are you currently caught up on The Boys?
I am currently, and I brought I don't know if I should give away our secret, but
No.
I brought your thumb drive back
Yeah,
to give
okay.
me all the stuff on.
Yeah, so you saw the most recent season of The Boys.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Any thoughts? Was it as sick as the last one?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
It was no supergasm.
But it was no exploding dude and his boyfriend's dick exploding his body first episode.
Yeah, you can't top that. Like, there's
But that's
no
what I'm
coming
saying.
back
You
from
have to top it. So what would top that?
I don't know.
What would top that?
I
really
think we'll find.
Homelander going back to like where he grew up. That was my favorite episode.
Yeah.
I think Homelander sucking his own dick and swallowing his own self and then like exploding into oblivion and then the entire universe ends.
I hope that's a spoiler.
I like that. That's a good ending.
A spoiler and it comes next season.
It's a good ending. I like it.
What up with his pubes? Is he either picking like the grays out or is he starting an army of DNA for his...
Yes and yes.
Okay. We don't know, or do you know?
I don't know.
But I don't know which one it is. But every time he pulls one out, he looks so disgusted. And I'm like, it's probably a gray one. Or he just like, he's putting them all in the jar.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for everybody who's been with, I don't think anyone has been with us since the beginning of this podcast when we started in 2013, but there's a show that premiered.
What I've been with, because we've been friends. Like
yeah, but you haven't listened to this thing. But there's a show that premiered in 2013 called Banshee, starring Homelander.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Starr, and it's on Max, and I would highly recommend it because it's a fucking fantastic show, and he's much less psychotic.
I don't like that. I love the psychotic.
Yeah, he's really.
But
good.
he's really violent.
Not quite Homelander violent, but bordering on.
I need the mental warfare.
Trust me, Banshee will give you the mental warfare.
Snapping all the time, like
Twitching. He's like
And he
losing
hears
it.
that buzzing
You put a
noise.
bottle of breast milk in front of him, and he just like smushes into a little pile of mush.
The best.
Did you see when Liberty squirts it right in his face? He's all.
Horrifying.
That was hilarious.
Horrifying.
See, season 4 wasn't a complete loss.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in
No,
there.
there was some good stuff.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get ready for season 5, and
last one.
oh shit.
Whenever.
Frenchie and what's her nuts finally like kissed each other,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
See, there's some stuff.
and also Frenchie has a gay lover.
like you do.
I mean,
Who doesn't?
I don't
Right.
It got really quiet.
yet. Annika DeMeo, I'm still waiting for you.
There you go.
Okay, Peter.
Yes, sir.
What are you liking? What are you liking? What are you watching? Anything
I
good
don't watch TV.
at all?
What?
Not much.
So you're here because
You should ask Peter
you
about
have?
the stages he's been designing
Yep.
for these huge festivals.
Sure, why not? All right.
All right.
What-
Does that get me out of answering the first question?
Well,
Yes.
well, if you got nothing.
For now.
Kilby Court.
No, I actually have a little bit I can talk about TV.
Okay.
All right.
Because of the show, I have watched Letterkenny.
Okay.
get in close, man.
I did a good amount of Minx. I watched Minx.
Minx,
because you
yes.
recommended it.
Rad dicks all day.
Yeah, that's a fine show. I kind of wish it still existed. Currently, I'm watching New Girl for some dumb reason.
Ew.
It's okay.
Ah, there's some funny stuff on New Girl.
I do it in the background while I work.
Yeah.
So
So it's background music to
background music.
Yeah. But yeah, Minx. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That
Yeah.
was a great show.
And Letterkenny, I watch about a season a week.
Also,
so.
Hacks.
Hacks.
Oh, there we go.
So if you've watched Letterkenny, have you checked out Shoresy, the
Oh, of
spin-off
course.
series?
Yeah.
Like that one a lot.
Good stuff.
All right. And we've exhausted what to talk about. But no, I want to hear about
have
what a stage you've designed. What's the most recent one you've done?
Most recent, I'm designing a stage for Mr. Kanye Yeezy Ye West.
Is he on tour for real?
He's not
Yeah.
on tour. He's doing a one-off in
Oh.
Salt Lake a few days from the
Really?
recording date.
A
What?
one-off.
What's the
Yeah, next
what's the occasion?
New album. It's like
Oh.
I mean, he's coming
a
here.
listening party with a live listening jam.
Here?
Probably maybe
Wait,
with
wait.
Broadway music or something.
Oh, that's
Are
weird.
we getting a live scoop here on the podcast?
not really a
I
scoop.
doubt it's secret.
Spoiler.
It is on sale, so the public knows.
Okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm involved in the team putting the show together, so.
Man.
He's being like, he's more than involved
Man,
in the team. He's designing the entire stage set for the whole
That's
thing.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Reality is somewhere between that and that.
All right.
All right.
I just love you.
Aw.
And man, debuting your new album in Salt Lake. We don't even want to do
That's
that.
weird.
No.
It's amazing that we're even
Coming
doing.
in September.
Yeah, it's amazing that we're doing our 500th episode live here at the Black Sheep Bar and Grill.
So we were
We
sitting
have
at
to
this
listen.
table with Brett over there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you know those guys? He's like, I just listen. I was like, whoa, okay. So I'm like, you should come talk. And he's like, I won't be funny. I'm like, I know. That's why
Well,
it'll
we
be
should hear
funny.
from,
So
we should
here
hear
is
from Brett. Well, you're gonna have to
I'm
give
gonna
up a mic.
scooch out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might be back though, so
Lining up the 11 guests.
Yeah, come on in here.
Welcome.
Hello, hello.
I don't think we've met in person before, have
Well,
we?
I did come to your last one 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Long ago at Bohemian.
So you're the one.
I'm the one.
Yeah, you were
actually-
the one at the office. Okay.
The one that Bohemian did pretty well.
Yeah.
It's the ones we did at the
Oh, yeah,
the other
that's right,
place.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
So thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for doing this. This is very exciting.
Yeah.
My name's Brett Garner. I live in West Valley. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm sorry, Tommy, I am a member of the Utah State Legislature, but
Uh-oh.
I am not.
Oh, you're
monitoring-
that guy.
I'm not monitoring your liquor intake at this moment.
also Brett loved the I Heart Dicks episode, he told me.
Okay.
It was an interesting, very interesting.
He
I
said-
don't know who
he
could say
said
it wasn't
interesting.
So who do I need to direct this to? The ethical council at the Utah Legislature?
Oh, it's okay. I'm leaving anyway, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. Well,
Okay.
then fuck it all. So, all right.
So how long have you been listening to this thing?
I'm a lifer.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's okay. I listen at 2 times speed, so
Even Tommy hasn't listened since the beginning.
yeah.
I listen in spurts and fits. Phrasing. Boom. But wow, you've been listening to us for that long.
Very nice. Yeah.
Well, you referred me to Podcast Addict, and
Yes. Good app.
Basically, what I've been using since.
Yeah. Good for you
started.
because Google Podcasts just have the best one and decide, we're not going to do this anymore. Fine, Google. Thanks a lot.
Yep. But Podcast Addicts work fine for me, so.
All right. So we ask everybody who's on, what do you like to watch? What are you watching? What do you think is good?
What the fuck are you watching?
Yeah.
Well, one that I just finished is I've been second season of Animal Control.
Ooh, funny. Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was weird that they had like a bunch of 5-second guest stars that they probably paid a lot of money for.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really paid off to have Tom Lennon and Sarah Chalk and others.
Yeah. Just in and out.
In and out. But it was still good. It's still fun.
Yeah. Okay. Animal Control. That's a good one.
Yeah. And then I've been working through a backlog of The Boys and The Acolyte, and my kids are into Marvel, so I've finished Loki season 2, and okay.
Yeah.
It just happened.
All right. And you don't listen to this podcast around the kids, do you?
No.
Good.
Only the one that does not understand words at this point.
Oh, okay.
That is our core audience.
2-year-olds.
People who don't understand words.
You don't mention Bluey enough, so she's not interested.
Bluey. We could have a Bluey segment. We could keep it up with Bluey.
That's okay. I've had enough.
You've had enough Bluey.
Had enough.
Yes. Understandable. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like on a scale of 1 to baby shark do baby shark? Yeah. Okay. I can see the PTSD in your eyes. I'm gonna stop right there.
I mean, at certain points, it is useful as a electronic babysitter, as others call them. All of them.
Yeah.
You just have to use them all in moderation, and listen to the podcast when they are in the room doing something.
Well, I raised Rebecca behind you on South Park, so she turned out okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
All right. And so you've been listening for that long. Has the podcast changed at all, or is it exactly the same? Because we don't know, because we've been doing it. Is it the same?
I'd say it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
You talk about a lot of the same stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
You have the sports update, which we all love.
Thank you.
We haven't even done yet.
And it's shorter, and now you have 2 fewer episodes, so that's what has changed. All of us are so very sad about having one less podcast to listen to.
Don't worry, we're coming back. We're coming back to regular.
Coming back strong in the fall.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We've just been we've been milking this like a lot.
Yeah.
Because we're that people. But it's great that honestly we don't see a lot of our fans here, and we try to keep up with our correspondence as much as we can, but
the deluge of fan mail.
Yeah. It's just
pours in.
I couldn't even get into the barrage of mail that we get. It's just it's like it's so hard being famous sometimes, But then you would know because you're in the Utah legislature.
Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
So you hear Tommy rail against the Utah legislature pretty much constantly.
It's well deserved.
Do you take that personally?
No, because I'm in the minority, and I like I said, I lost, so nothing works.
Oh, so you know Angela? Got it.
Yes.
So all right. We'll talk more afterwards. So
one thing I would want to ask you is, I want to know, what are your favorite TV shows of all time?
Of all time.
Ooh, okay. That's you start off, Bill.
Really tough to say, but at one time, well, you got your Sopranos and your 6 Feet Unders and things like that. Probably my favorite one of all time is, I'm still going to say, Shameless, even though they should have stopped several seasons earlier. Mm-hmm. But the golden age of Shameless was just loved it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one. Yeah.
And for me, I mean, I just love television so much. But in all honesty, I mean, I did like Dexter seasons 1 through 4. After that, well, now
as usual.
Well, with Dexter New Blood, it was good-ish.
But now there's the whole Dexterverse. We got Young Dexter, we got New Dexter,
which is better than Young Sheldon. Let's just be honest, right there.
And they're not calling it Young Dexter, which I think is a mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very hard to get my son to see, you don't need to watch Young Sheldon. I don't want to introduce him to that universe at all.
And I will say I did like Law and Order quite a bit.
OG Law and Order?
OG, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the other one that I really enjoyed was Night Court when it got into the... Well, John Larroquette is a goddamn treasure. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. So you probably haven't watched the new Night Court.
I've been meaning to. It's just
you're not missing much.
It's okay. I went through 2 or 3 episodes and
it has John Larroquette, but not enough.
Yeah. That's the thing. And I think the only other show that I'm really enjoying a lot more of these days, I'm gonna have to say Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. It ties in with
good one.
Yeah, because it ties in with Rebecca said with the space shows that Star Trek is life. That is Star Trek not life? She's looking at me funny. Just say yes for crying out loud.
What's up?
Star Trek is life.
Yes, it's something we should aspire to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
He was name checking Strange New Worlds as one of his favorite shows.
Oh, it was my gateway drug.
That is the Star Trek we should have had in the 60s, but
Original series is fantastic, and I will not tolerate any original series slander. Thank you, Dr.
Oh, I know I'm going to incur some slander from certain people, but at the same time, nobody can say I'm wrong.
So is the next one Deep Space Nine? Is that the next one in order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
I like that one. Yeah.
I know everybody's like, "Oh my God, can't wait for you to get to Deep Space Nine," and I'm like, "No, shut up! I'll get there when I get there." Yeah.
See, back in the days, they used to make like 22 to 24 episodes of a season, which seems insane now because everything is like at the most 10 episodes long.
Yeah. Remember Lost? Wasn't Lost so cool?
Went forever. Yeah. Many episodes.
It was cool once they finally figured out, oh, wait, we need to have a plot. So
listen here, Tommy.
There we are.
Man, you're just blowing it left and right.
And yet, is this really a surprise at this stage in the game?
No, not at all.
Thank you.
No,
I accept your apology.
We did hit an hour. We didn't even do sports.
Unless...
Do we need to do sports?
Olympics.
No, that's not the sports he's talking about.
How about that guy
who did that thing?
Who did that thing with the height with the pole vault and his dick got in the way?
There's your sports right there.
I missed that.
Do you want me to find it?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure the audio's great on it.
Boi-Oi-Oi-Oing.
Yeah, that's your audio right there.
Yeah.
And the name of the episode, if you know how to spell that.
Boi-Oi-Oi-Oing.
Onomatopoeia. Sound it out.
All right, I can do that easily.
4 O's, 3 I's.
A couple of Y's.
Boi-Oi-Oi. It's kind of like Billy Butcher.
See
just like that.
The episode title I had rolling around in my head prior to that was "Persistence is Futile."
See?
But okay,
Boi-Oi-Oing.
that'll work.
See? Easy. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I guess we're gonna have to do the sports report then.
If you want to stick around for it, and watch them turn away at this point. So
I don't know what a sport is.
And he's trying to fast forward right away. It doesn't work here live here.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
So I just heard about this pole vaulter.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just went to the bathroom. And
This is the third episode of
Yeah.
I Heart Dicks at this point. So please continue.
Well, yes, going
That's
into it.
why
we
they
still
need-
have to do the second one, but we got all the material.
That's why they need drag at the Olympics to teach them how to proper tuck.
You have to be very familiar with the Laugh Olympics to get any of this.
Would you care to explain the Laugh Olympics, man? Because we're at that age.
Real thing?
Yeah, that was
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hanna-Barbera's Laugh Olympics.
Well, They.
Thank you, Dr. White.
Somebody gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera.
I don't know
get it.
because
Somebody
Zaslav
gets
just axed Boomerang, so I.
R.I.P. Boomerang.
Yeah.
All I'm got to say is with the Laugh Olympics coming up on Friday and Saturday, we're going to be experiencing some break dancing. They will be expressing some dancing as they break the floor.
There's
Did
break
you
dancing.
say experiencing?
Yeah, I could be saying that far as you know. Exit stage left, everyone. So I went a little Snagglepuss. Yeah.
Sorry.
Snagglepuss. Nobody remembers Snagglepuss.
I know.
I do. Snaggle.
Do you
Yeah.
remember
Totally do.
Snagglepuss, Dr.
Yes.
White? Thank you. So,
Snagglepuss
all right.
for
Now-
life.
Now to get to the real sports, that's professional wrestling.
This makes it convenient for everybody because it's at the end,
yeah,
so they can stop listening.
yeah, exactly. I'm totally fine with this.
They don't have to fast forward through it.
Well, for now.
Spotify
Actually,
has
wrestling
that forward
is
15.
pretty awesome. There's been a couple specials the last couple years that have been really good, and I watched them because of listening to you guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. And in fact, I'm going to just zip right through and go into WWE SummerSlam here.
Oh, that happened last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the Peacock if you flock to the cock. For their,
We do.
phrasing. Boom. And
I only use Peacock to rewatch the TV show Ted.
good job.
The spider.
I watch it like
So
once
funny.
a month.
It's a worthwhile rewatching show.
Yeah.
For sure.
But here's the notable events of WWE SummerSlam. So LA Knight faced against Logan Paul for the United States Championship.
I was wondering, Logan Paul was appearing on my Twitter feed, and I was like, what's happening here? Why?
He's a wrestler now.
Well, it's okay. It's okay because our long nightmare is over, ladies and gentlemen. LA Knight defeated Logan Paul for the United States Championship.
I was gonna hope you say he killed Logan Paul in a freak accident.
Well, there was a moment I was worried because Machine Gun Kelly was involved in
Nightmare
there.
blunt rotation.
So all the terrible
Brett
people.
and I are barfing
Yeah,
over
but
here.
here's the thing. The terrible people got what they deserved.
Finally.
Yeah, and once again, as we say at TV Tam Podcast, stop making garbage people famous. So now everyone's
Can we still
cheering
talk
for
about
that.
wrestling for a sec?
What's that?
Okay, the document.
Well, we didn't stop.
It was a movie. Okay, I thought you were about to segue somewhere else. I was just making sure.
No
late.
segues.
Anyway, the movie about the brothers
Iron
and the
Claw.
dad.
Iron Claw, yes.
Iron
Yeah.
Claw.
Excellent movie.
Where was Zac
Okay, the
Efron's
older
Oscar
brother,
nomination?
Zac Efron.
Mhm.
The way he beefed up was unreal.
Yeah,
It took me a second to even realize.
That's
like,
Lego
is that
Zac Efron,
Really
yeah.
him. It was almost kind of gross.
Well, he also, because people were complaining about how he looks so unrecognizable because of all the plastic surgery he's had. Are you aware of the accident that he had?
I am not. Tell me.
So it sounds silly when you describe it, but he was running in his home in socks, and he's but he fell, hit his face on a fountain,
Ew.
and when he woke up, his
marble
jaw
fountain.
was practically off. And so a lot of reconstructive surgery had to happen, and so that's why he looks the way he looks now.
I felt like his face looked the same, but his body was beefy, and it was weird.
Well, I think
It was really weird.
this just shows you should not have fountains in your house.
Yeah.
No fountains in your
Or
house.
don't wear socks if you're gonna run around.
Or that.
And I would just like to say thank you, Rebecca, for chiming in on this
Yeah, for
sportscast.
sure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and finally this, and this is the
So
only way to end.
that's all it is for SummerSlam?
Well, oh yeah, Cody.
Yeah, can we change this to Zac Efron talk? He said hi to me on the set of High School Musical.
Rebecca was in High School Musical.
You were?
Denim on denim, shut a locker.
Did you
walk
go
away.
to East or Highland?
Well, so we filmed at East.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
She
but
went
did
to
you
Olympus.
go-
I went to Olympus.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, before you guys moved. Okay.
What?
Before you moved from
Yeah.
Mill Creek.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
no, we filmed at East. Zac Efron said hi to me. I know.
Yeah.
What?
I shut a locker. I walked
I'm
away.
just enjoying the fangirling at the moment. Continue, please.
And then I stood in the hallway as Gabriella was doing a thing, and I was back here trying to be quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it because I never have.
Good luck if you can find
Just
me.
to find you, and then I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm going to take a picture with my phone and do the red circle thing.
I
have
a GIF saved, so if you just want me to send that to you,
I mean, you could. If you want me to have your number.
So, SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah. Cody Rhodes, he...
Ricky Stenicki starring Zac Efron.
I was just going to say that, but I didn't want to be the one to do it again.
And wrestler John Cena.
Your
oh
dad
my
is
gosh, John
trying.
Cena and Zac Efron.
I find it funny that your dad's trying harder than I am at this point.
I will derail this podcast.
I have no problem with that.
I feel like I did it like 25 minutes ago.
And that's okay. That's okay. Because I can derail yours at any time.
Ricky Stenicki.
You want to
Prime
derail?
Video.
You want to try to derail?
Ricky
Podcast?
Stenicki.
Yeah.
I
Holy
double dog dare you.
Yeah.
That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Anyway, no, but I'll keep it short because Cody Rhodes retained his WWE Undisputed title against Solo Sikoa because Roman Reigns returned back to WWE after losing said title to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. So he's back in action again. But that's not the real story here.
The real story is Zac Efron currently starring in a movie with Nicole Kidman where they hook up.
That's a side story right there. you know how Star Wars
Tommy,
works.
when you talk about wrestling, do you get like fans texting you being like, "Oh, that was so dope"?
Constantly.
I'm just wondering.
Oh my God, I love that sports report, Tommy.
I don't like to talk about any personal messages I get. Also, my lawyer
You've been
forbids me.
ignoring mine continuously.
Yes.
Never give her your number.
I learned that a long time ago. No, but here's the here's the final story here. Jelly Roll. He was the musical guest for SummerSlam. He sang his song "Liar."
That's a musician?
Yeah, that's a musician. In fact, here.
He's a magician.
He's
not a magician.
He's a very large singer.
Very large.
You thought you could derail
like
us,
mid-sized
Tommy. We're
sedan.
derailing
Well,
you.
imagine
he is large.
imagine Post Malone as a Thanksgiving Day float, and that's
Whoa.
Jelly Roll.
That's him right there.
And
So-
what's he do?
Yeah.
He's a songwriter, musician, and at one point in SummerSlam, he pulled off a one-armed chokeslam against Austin Theory.
Okay.
To the delight of the Cleveland crowd.
Oh, he's a wrestler and a singer.
Well, he is now.
Yeah. So basically,
Kind of looks like Haystack.
Like Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like what would Machine Gun Kelly would be like if he had talent. So what we're saying is, let Jelly Roll have his moment because it's sports.
All right. It's sports. It's Tommy Milagro. Go team. Okay, wrap this fucker up. The way you know how.
Like the fact that we are here live at the Black Sheep Bar and Grill. Thank you for everybody that came out here, and we want to thank all the fine staff here at Black Sheep.
And Greg, the owner of the Black Sheep.
Yep, Greg Hoffman, my good friend here. He had to step away for a while, but that's okay because he granted us this venue to have this podcast after 500 episods.
Yay, you guys.
And
yes.
And
Do you know how hard it is to get a podcast past 50 episodes?
yeah, we also know what your man Kerry would say. I think his words are, "That's cute." So we're aware. But all the same, we want to thank not just Black Sheep for giving us this venue to have this live show, but also our fine sponsors. That would be Sugar House Distillery. We got vodka here at the Black Sheep Bar and Grill. We also got some Outlaw Distillery's bourbon here at the Black Sheep Bar and Grill. But more importantly, we also got Ogden's Own Distillery. Their fine porters fired. Their porters peach whiskey also on tap.
O-Town.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're an
That's
O-Town
where I
girl.
hail from.
Yes, so you're exactly as O-Town should be represented. Love you.
Love
and,
you.
Also, I can say I can say that. Well, I can say that because my family's out there. And also, Bohemian Brewery. They got the Pilsner on tap right there as Robin is just chugging down right now. Thank you for that. So
I love to chug.
Phrasing.
Good golly.
But more importantly, one of our sponsors we couldn't get here just yet, and that was Boostique. Of course, they got the glassware, they got the stuff to mix your drinks, and more.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we would get Boostique here.
That would have been a little tricky.
Maybe
there.
some umbrellas.
Or even maybe some.
Can't bring your own shit into the bar.
Well,
maybe decorations.
Koozies.
Yes, decorations.
Yeah.
Coasters.
You could.
So
You
when
totally
we get
could.
to our 1,000th
Challenge to
episode,
Boostique. Give us something we can bring in the bar.
well, when we get to our 1,000th episode, we'll talk about it at that point. So in another 10 years, or I just
Lord.
You think we're still going to have TV in 10 years?
No. Just phones.
we'll have
Quibi. It's Quibi all the time.
Quibi's going to make a comeback like never before seen in this country. Many people are saying.
COVID's over.
Yeah.
Time for Quibi to return.
Yes.
Well, we're also foreshadowing Holotan podcast. That will be our next venture there.
In the future, podcasts will be 10 seconds long.
We hope.
Yes.
But until then, just sponsor all of them. Tell them TV10 Podcast sent you. Oh, and guess what? In front of Robin, you got T-shirts. And of course, we're trying to sell these suckers.
They're $10 and they're awesome. I cut mine off right here.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Have you a
Looks
website
delicious.
on which you sell these?
It's called Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. No TeePublic.
But they're $10 and they're really cool.
Yeah.
pop.
If we were smart, they'd be on TeePublic.
Look at Tommy's. He cut his sleeves off and it's super
So in the
dope.
future, when you're elsewhere listening to this podcast, come on down to the Black Sheep Bar and Grill in Foothill. Maybe they still have T-shirts.
We'll just leave them here.
Yeah.
Come and get one.
On the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for everybody that's been asking, why don't you have 2XL or 3XL or 4XL?
4XL, yeah.
Because they're
People
all
want the
sold out.
4XL.
We did not factor in our fluffy faction of the podcast. Apologies. We're gonna try to figure that out next time. But until then,
Good night, America.
and jiggle that handle
500.
after 500 episodes. Blush.
Do you forget something, Grant? Hear the words that I say to you. Your podcast will fail. What? Hey, fuck you, man. No. Fuck you. Fuck you for thinking that this world needs another podcast, and that people you know should listen to it. It's a bad idea, and a waste of time.
It's not a bad idea. It's a good creative outlet.
A creative outlet. Is that what you call an hour and a half of unedited bad audio from your living room?
Yeah, why not?
Do you think you're clever for thinking to review a television show? It probably felt nice when you realized there was a built-in structure. An episode of the show was an episode of your podcast. This has been done 1,000,000 times, Grant. It's a bad idea, and your podcast will fail.
Who cares? It's just for fun.
It's not fun for me. It's not fun for anyone, Grant.
Well,
What would you say is the value of it?
I think it would be fun to hang out with my friends and watch my favorite show and eat wings. There's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't. So why don't you just do that? Why does it have to be a podcast?
Because at the end I'll have created something.
Created what, though? A half-baked take on the subtleties of Joshua Malina's performance while you suck the wing fat from your teeth? No one wants to listen to that.
I think someone might.
Oh, the hubris. You think your personality is so sparkling that people want to listen to thousands of hours of you meandering off topic, of your guest describing your apartment before the show even starts, of your roommate coming home and being like, sorry, of you calling in a friend from New York who's super funny even though you don't have the technology to make that work. Admit it.
Admit what?
Admit that deep down, you know this is a complete waste of time.
I already bought the gear.
Return it. and then spend the money on literally anything else.
No, it's fun! It's fun! It's fun! I don't know why you're saying this. You're supposed to be my friend.
I am your friend. I'm the only friend you have left. And this is what friends do. They call each other out on their shit, and this is the worst kind of shit there is. Your podcast will fail.
But I love the West Wing.
Zach, what's the holdup? We gotta record a new episode of West Wings and Wings. Our podcast comparing the two shows, Wings and the West Wing.
What the fuck?
Wait, this is actually gonna be good, though.